What's up, everybody? Welcome to ADD in the AM. Kind of still the AM. I was up late last night, which I should not be. I should be going to bed pretty shortly after. I probably shouldn't be going to bed any later than like 1:30. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? Thanks for joining. Welcome in. Going to play some Mega Man 3. Gonna play some Mega Man 3. How are you all doing? Thanks for joining. Welcome in. Hello, hello. I got all my comments out. I just need to start up T-Xfinity. What is going on? Kevin McElroy. Welcome in, dude. Mega Man 3 is awesome. Yo, yo. What's going on, Shane? In Shane in the membrane. In Shane in the brain. Here we go. And boom. Welcome, welcome again. Thanks for being here. Hope you're all doing well. It is Monday, Monday, Monday. Oh, well, hey, you know, there's nothing wrong with sharing an old post either. You got a case of the Mondays. Mega Man 3 is a good game. Case of the Mondays, well, sounds like you just need some office space, maybe, you know, maybe get your stapler back. You know, maybe siphon a few pennies. Did you know they're already starting to run out of pennies? Like they're minting the last pennies like this year. We're gonna start getting as many pennies as we can. Literally, like, if you've ever heard the phrase hold on to your pennies, it's truer now than ever before. Hold on to your pennies. At this point, you never know what penny is going to be worth something or not, and there are some pennies that are worth so much money, it's crazy. So the lady and I are collecting pennies, actually all coins. Hey, what's up, Phil? How you doing, buddy? There we go. Got him. Pennies are copper. Price of copper is high. That's true. It costs like 3 cents to make every penny. Isn't that crazy? Dying Light in the morning, maybe? Ooh, I don't know if I have the mental fortitude for that. Dying Light is very focus heavy and demanding, like visual. It's a yeah, I don't know. That's not the type of game I play in the morning. I can barely play Oblivion in the morning. But might do some online in the afternoon. Here we go. Dying Light is so much fun, though. You're free up until 2? Okay. What happens at 2? Do you go to work? Not that I'm just being nosy, by the way. Don't answer if you don't want to. Here we go. Take a drink of my coffee here in a minute. It's left over from last night, but it's still good. Music in Mega Man 3 is so good, speaking of which. What's up, Punk Sticks? How you doing, man? What? Welcome in, Punk Sticks. How you doing? Ah. Dad duties. Now see, that's a language I understand. Right now, my dad duty has to deal with more actual duty, though. What's up, Moses? How are you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Gosh darn it, and there goes my coffee. I just fucking spilled it, man. Like, I went to grab a drink of my other drink, and then boom, there goes my coffee. Maybe I can fucking save this shit before it gets too much stuff wet. Good lord, how did I do that? Well, I was gonna drink my old coffee, so I didn't have to make new coffee. But I guess now I have to make new coffee. You just caught a spill live. Live on the earth. Damn it. At least it's like contained itself somehow. It didn't really like... It stopped at the edges of my desk, which is funny. So... Oh, funny. What a contained mess that just happened here. Hold on just a minute. What the hell was that smell? Coffee. got my book wet. Darn it. Hold on. Oh, that was a lot of coffee just wasted. Good. I just got the outside. This book is called The Dictionary of Word Origins. Pretty cool little book. Here for a minute. That sucked. Books you don't read, but actually I do. Funny as it is, I usually take about I usually take about 15 to 20 minutes a night and read a little bit of the Bible every night. Oh, see here. All right. New city. I lost my... Oh, there we go. I am just starting. I've only gotten like that far, but I'm trying to read the whole thing. There we go. For sure, new city. I agree, man. I'm hoping that he realizes that it's school still. And let's see here. Today, my youngest is starting homeschool. He seems excited. Hopefully, it's better than the school. Interesting. Who's teaching him? Are you teaching him? Here we go. Laying down before work. Short shift. Nice, Moses. Everybody deserves a short shift here and there. I guess I gotta make new coffee now. My gosh. Lucas and Eli are finally starting to play together. Oh, okay. Well, that's neat. I homeschooled for a while. I homeschooled for like 3 years. Drinking coffee now. Cheers. I'm gonna have some coffee. I'm having a white chocolate macadamia nut Cliff Bar. Cliff Bars are good. I just noticed playing Mega Man on a Monday. What is that? Hold on. I'm gonna have to. Did you have an autocorrect or something there? Hey, what's up, Ken Ross? How are you, man? Welcome in. Just want to say big thanks to everybody. We've had a really, really good month so far. Having some mini brownies, nice. The only thing I've eaten today is a gummy. And my Cliff Bar now. Hell yeah, having some coffee before work, Justin. Damn it. That was stupid. I pressed forward to start running and it threw me off. Chris Knapp! Chris Knapp don't take no crap. What's up, Patty Kopecki? Chris Knapp, good to see you, brother. Welcome in. Badges! Y'all lost your badges! You can recover your badges at the ADD docking station. We'll see you on the list. Here we go, and boom, no. Here we go, put a rush on it. Good to see you too, man. Chris Frederick, what's going on, dude? What's that called? What's that? Oh, what? What's what called?
Donut.
Thank you so much, New City, with the donut. Thank you for the 30 diamonds. You're awesome, dude. All right. Oh my god. So Corinne got home last night and immediately made a steak. And then she offered me a cake pop that she brought home from her job. And I guess since I said no to the cake pop, it's okay, buddy. You can get it. You can. Oh, he's taking your sip cup. Okay. Okay. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Well, he doesn't have it anymore. He doesn't have it anymore. Go get it. What's up, Gerald? Hey, Billy Williams. Billy D. Williams was the... Hey, thank you so much for the heart me. Billy D. Williams was the name of the actor who played Harvey Dent in the first Batman movie. I always wanted them to continue the Batman series with those characters. Like, I bet Billy D. Williams felt really slighted whenever, like, they chose Tommy Lee Jones to play. I think Billy D. Williams would have done a better job playing Two-Face. I didn't like Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. I thought he was too Joker-like. He just tried to be like the Nicholson Joker, basically. And that's not how Two-Face was. Two-Face was cold and calculated. And the Riddler was cold and calculated too. Like, honestly, I really like the way they did the Riddler in the Batman. You know who I liked too? I really liked Gary Oldman as Commissioner Gordon, but I also liked the new actor they put as Commissioner Gordon in the Batman. I thought he did a really good job with Robert Pattinson. Yeah, I think I really liked Commissioner Gordon. I thought that the Batman was like one of the best Batman movies I've seen in a long time. I don't know about you guys, but I loved the Batman. I thought that was so good. Pretty cool that he was only in year 2 in that movie of being Batman. Okay, buddy, give me a blue minute. Can I have a blue minute or a green minute? Can I have a blue minute or a green minute? You got it? A green minute? Okay, give me a green minute, okay? Gary Oldman's awesome. Hey, what's going on, Jody? All right, real quick here, let's get my coffee in the thing. No wonder things seem extra bright. There we go. These glasses really do make a difference. So there's 1 spoon of coffee, 2 spoons of coffee. You know, Mega Man may be a tough game, but one thing I will say I really like about Mega Man is there's these little safe spots that you can stand. There's no time in this game. You can just kind of enjoy the music. Chill out for a second. You know, and there's... Oh, of course. I'm out of water. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna have to go get more water for my coffee. Which one is better, Mega Man 2 or 3? So, while that is a good question, you're gonna get a different answer from everybody. From a nostalgic standpoint, I'm automatically gonna be more nostalgic for Mega Man 2. But I am pretty nostalgic for Mega Man 3, but I could never beat Mega Man 3 like I could beat Mega Man 2. But that's because Mega Man 2 was made to be way easier and made to be way more accessible of a game than Mega Man 3 was. Mega Man 2 was like, here's the nice, easy Mega Man, America, enjoy, get into the series. And then Mega Man 3 was like, okay, here's real Mega Man. And then I played Mega Man 3 and I couldn't do shit in this game as a kid. Yeah, I couldn't get anywhere in Mega Man 3 as a kid. I couldn't even beat a character. But now that I could beat the game, I have a few problems with this game. Like I have a problem with like the Mega Man 2 section where you have to fight the Mega Man 2 characters over again. I think it's a little ridiculous that you have to fight 24 bosses in this game, and every other Mega Man game you have to fight 16. You typically have to fight the 8 master bosses, some Wily levels, and then 8 master bosses again that you've already beaten just in a boss rush style. But this game actually makes you go through basically all the levels and the 8 bosses, and then 4 more levels with 8 bosses. So that's 16 bosses total, Wily levels, and then the boss rush again. So you have to fight 8 Mega Man 3 villains, 8 Mega Man 2 villains, 8 more Mega Man 3 villains. So it just seems like a lot of filler that could have been avoided in this game. But anyway, my kiddo has been very patient. I'm gonna go get him some juice. I'll be right back. Please hang tight. I'm gonna get my other baby some juice, or else they'll fight over the bottles. So hang tight. I'll be right back. Oh. Okay. I just need a few stevias. Here we go. Whoa, Nick Lagrasso, dude. Thank you.
Stars time. Let's go ahead. Ha 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 Ochi a popa papa puputa do raja
That was funny. Hey, what's going on, Samus? How are you? Thanks for joining. I was getting my kid sippy cups and filling up my coffee reservoir on my Keurig. I have to get up out of my seat a lot because I'm a stay-at-home dad at the same time as a full-time streamer. So thank you so much for the stars, dude. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's so awesome of you. Oh, well, good. It's good to know you're not an ex-parasite. Good. Okay, excellent. Thanks for letting us know. Oh, what's up, Ray? How you doing, buddy? Ray, you know what's funny is I've decided not to get a Steam Deck. I just was, you know, after watching those videos and then looking at my Steam library, I just am thinking to myself, I'm like, what would I play on here that I really can't play anywhere else? There's like only a few things I really want to play on Steam. That's about it. And they're not even things that I think would do well, you know? So I just really started thinking about it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna, I don't know. Start with Mega Man X7. X7 was cool. I liked that game, D-Wayne. How are you? I remember buying X7 new from Babbage's. Hey, I understand for sure. I do similar research as well. And I was talking to Fatclat last night, and he's like, I never use mine. I'm like, oh. I can see why. I don't know. I think I just liked the idea of having a consoleized thing that could play Steam, but I know in the future Xbox is going to have access to Steam. What about the 6 games on the NES? Which is the best? Like, which is the best Mega Man out of the 6? Start with Mega Man 2, whoever had that question. There you go. Mega Man 1 with an arcade stick? Ooh. Oh my gosh. Donald Yates, welcome in, man. How are you? Thank you for taking the time to comment. Babbage's Blast from the Past. Yes, Nick Lagrasso. Yes. You remember the one too over in the mall by my area? You probably went there a few times as a kid. Heck, we could have been in the same store looking for a game at the same time. You never know. Ah. It's always good to get different perspectives too, for sure. Yes, right, for sure. Patrick Keller, good morning, man. Thanks for joining. You tried what and failed? Hey James, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome in. Big thanks to Nick for the starting stars, man. Thank you for the 100 stars today so far. That's awesome. I loved KB Toys. KB Toys is what sparked me into collecting action figures. Bill Koufax. I remember I got 3 action figures for $10. Oh, you tried it and failed? Yeah, that'd be really tough. I got 3 action figures for $10 in like, it was like 1999. And I went up to KB Toys because I could drive, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna go up to the mall by myself, and I'm gonna go to the toy store. I'm just gonna look around because no one will be with me, and no one can say hurry up, you know, except for the people when they want to close. So I used to do things like that, and it was so much fun. And I would do that so often with like GameStop and stuff like that. I would go in there at like 7 o'clock and just like look around for like 2 hours on my day off, and then go home and continue to play Skyrim. Man, I used to spend hours. I actually spent so much time in a GameStop that I got hired. I'm not even kidding you. The manager of that GameStop, he came up to me and he just handed me an application. He's like, here, I already know you. I'd rather work with someone I know. I'm like, cool, I only want to work Fridays. I just want to work here for a discount. He's like, okay, we could use someone on Fridays. So, but yeah, so I bought 3, I was serving tables at the time. KB Toys getting TMNT, yeah, yep, exactly. So it was X-Men figures. It was 3 X-Men Legend figures. I found Sabretooth, the blue Wolverine with the blue costume Wolverine. I later got the orange one as well, or the orange one. But then I also got a Sabretooth figure, and so then I started really collecting those Marvel Legends, and then I kind of started branching out into other things. And then around the year 2001, I was collecting, you know, original Ninja Turtles in the box, and I usually wouldn't pay any more than about $10 a figure. And then I bought some Onimusha figures a long time ago. Working at GameStop, I used to get first picks of action figures. Thank you so much, Nick Lagrasso. I have a bunch of original action figures from GameStop from like 2001, like a set of 4 Mega Man figures, like of
60 more like a boss. Blah 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 da do da do da ha 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 ta 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 da 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 do o e ka 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 o e.
That is too funny. Hey, I wasn't gonna correct you. It was like Catbot said 60, but Nick said 50. I don't care. I'm not gonna correct. That was Nick Lagrasso. What is a demon's favorite breakfast food? Deviled eggs. That's funny. Let's see. That's effing hilarious, ADD. He was going to start charging you rent, but gave you a job instead, right? Basically. That's funny, right? What is your favorite game series? Metroid, Super Mario? I like them all. It's hard for me to pick a favorite game series. Thank you so much again, Nick. That was awesome of you. That was hilarious. I thought it was angel food cake. Yo, 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 what's up, Chess WC? How you doing? It's the text-to speech is hilarious. So yeah, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Morning, Ed and everyone. Just stopping by to send some positivity your way. Hope today's stream goes well. Keep on gaming, man.
Thank you. What does SGD stand for? Before I get to it, let's see. Hold on just a second. Singapore. All right. Now let's see. What is 10? Either way, I still appreciate it. I just want to see how much it is in USD. Oh, $7.70 US. That's still really awesome. Even if it was like even if it's like 7 cents, I still say thank you. Because someone did like 100, like they sent 100 coins or whatever from Turkey, and it or whatever, or I forget where it was. And it turned out to be like 7 cents. I'm like, yeah, thank you still. That's really nice of you. But anyway, thank you so much, man. That's so awesome of you. I appreciate it. Thank you. And like I said, I don't judge the size of the dono. I just wondered what it came out to. So thank you so much, man. That's so awesome. All the way from Singapore. We got people donating from Singapore, man. That's crazy. Well, Singapore, man, a tune. Keep on gaming, dude. Thank you so much. Hopefully you come back. I'm on every day. Do it again another day. Yeah, man, that was awesome. Thank you so much. I 100% live off the donos from the tube and the book. So thank you so much. And even the talk helps us a bit, man. Thank you so much again. And Suncoast was awesome. Oh, dude, I used to get so many. I have these figures that I got from Sam Goody, and they are they're Full Metal Alchemist figures, and they're like really nice style figures, but they were only $11.99, and nowadays these figures would probably be every bit of $29.99. Have so many of my I have 18 original Ninja Turtles in the box that I bought whenever Ninja Turtles were like dirt cheap, no one wanted them, and I was like, oh my gosh, I could finally have Ninja Turtles in the box, and so I just started buying them, and I bought so many action figures from GameStop and so many action figures from just all over, like when I was younger, and I still have all of them in the box hanging on a wall. And I've pretty much at this point stopped collecting action figures. Dude, Nick, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you starting the morning off rocking it with some stars, dude. My local buddy, Nick Lagrasso. Have a good one, man. They never really had a Suncoast around here. What other games am I playing on this stream? You know what? At this point, I don't even know. I tend to fly by the seat of my pants. If I put a main game plus more, that typically means that, like, I don't know what I'm playing next. But good question. Yeah, I try to watch your streams, but the time difference, oh, it's 12:30 a.m. where you are now. Okay, that's understandable. So I basically stream all night whenever you're pretty much like going to bed. I understand. Well, that's still so cool. I appreciate that. How would I say your name? Is it Fick or Feek? Did I ever have a big Ninja Turtle van? Fick. Okay, awesome, Fick. Thank you. I have an original turtle van, and I have a new one in the box. I won't lie, as soon as I get paid on the 23rd, I am buying a I'm buying the the drill thing that that Bebop and Rocksteady and Shredder used to come out of the ground in. It's one of the few, you know, it's like I'm still allowing myself to do a little bit of collecting, and it's mainly like with the classic Ninja Turtles reproduction line, and that's pretty much about it. And there's like one more NECA set that I want, but that's for the most part about it. Yes, Hardman. James, my friend, did, and the Turtle Blimp. I have an original Turtle Blimp too. Is ADD my real name? No. And I'm not interested in giving my real name either. I'm not a big fan of that. Does Batman go around telling people he's Bruce Wayne? No. I have never been a fan of giving my real name. Here we go. Eventually, you'll learn it through watching. His name is Super Awesome Gamer. Thanks, Jody. He's gonna be like, that's not fair. You know my real name. No, I don't. Oh yeah, I had the Technodrome. That was amazing. Dude, so ADD is just fine, or old guy. Nothing more. Or OG, you know, whatever you want to say. That's fine too. Yeah, right. ADD's real name is not sure. So I bought a Technodrome off of Amazon, okay? Brutus Wayne. That's a good one. I should think of like an alias. Like an alias aside from ADD to give that everybody would start knowing. I think I'm gonna do that just to, you know, keep my, you know, just from when people ask, just have an alias. I think I'm gonna do that. We'll get everybody on board with that. But okay, so the Technodrome, you know how obviously the Technodrome comes in its own box that shows like, you know, kids, you know, whatever, it always has a couple kids playing with it or whatever. They should put adults on these boxes by now, but they have to make them reproductions, and they make them in the original box, and on the back it shows like, you know, like the what you can do with the toy or whatever. Oh my god, Phil. No, it's not. That's funny. But anyway, that's what we are talking about, Michael Thompson. That's what my name stands for, and you know, it's an accurate description of my personality because I, you know, can't remember shit. No, but let's see here. So the shipping box that my Technodrome came in was like a cardboard standard shipping box, but it was like a factory box. It's like a factory Ninja Turtles box. So like on the cardboard, it says Ninja Turtles Technodrome, you know, factory box. So I'm like, well, I don't even want to take it out of this factory box. So it's sealed in the factory box, and then the Technodrome is sealed in the original thing. So who knows? Maybe in, you know, another, you know, I don't know. Like, I thought when I was 19, I'm like, okay, I'm going to collect for like 20 years and, you know, what's up, Death Star Jedi? How you doing, J-Rock? How you doing, man? I thought I was going to collect for like 20 years and then stop, but no, I'm 43 and I'm still like, it's been 20 years. It's been, I was 19 when I started collecting. It's been 24 years since I started collecting. Yeah, right? That's why I have two turtle vans. They came in the original, right? It's like this box is worth something too, probably eventually. Like this box makes this item worth even more eventually when I want to sell it on eBay down the road. Yeah. Yep, you get it, Michael. I couldn't do it. 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 I actually need to do a better job keeping my eye on my, even though no one is buying it, I need to keep a better job on keeping my eye on a thing on eBay. Here we go. Oh, you still have Star Wars figures stored away? That's awesome. Oh, now see, my lady collects too. Like, her and I are both like, when we first started getting together, she was buying me action figures like a guy buys a girl roses, man. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, it was the craziest thing. Like, she lived in California too, so she's like, I found you this action figure. I know you're collecting it, and I have different stores around here. I'll ship it to you soon. And then she'd be like, well, I found this. Oh, my lady collects books too. Yeah, actually, that's what her whole shelf is over here. Yep, my lady collects books, but then she also sews, makes her own dresses, and she is obsessed with baking and cooking, and so like she collects a lot of like stuff to make things with, like she does resin and stuff like that, and like if you could think of it craft wise, she has it. I reposted the re-release 90s Technodrome. Yeah, I have that, and then I have the shipping box, the Ninja Turtle shipping box that it came in. Speaking of X, have you played Metroid Fusion? I haven't played a lot of Metroid games, actually. I'm not the biggest Metroid fan. Like, I like Metroid, but it's not something I go out of my way to really play. I'm a weird sensory person. I like the smell of old toys or Play-Doh. I understand that. I've played Super Metroid and Metroid Prime only. The train conductor shredder's cool. It is. It really is. But man. You don't know what this game is, Azan? Welcome in, man. Hey, Ivana, thank you. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Thanks for the follow!
What did the fox emoji say? Fafa, rolling on the floor laughing emoji. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Thank you so much, Ivana. Is she having a hard time? Who? Tell you what, Cortina came home last night and just made a steak. Like, I wasn't even gonna stop streaming last night, but Cortina's like, I'm making steak. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, I'm on my way. But I kind of did want to stop anyway, spend a little time with her. She'd been at work all day. You want to watch Blippi? You watched Blippi? Do you want me to put a new one on? Thank you so much, Ivana. She's having a hard time. Mega Man's real name is Rock. That's true. Japanese title is Rockman. That is right. But it also stems from the creator's love of rock and roll. That's why the characters' names are Rock and Roll. This game is human Sonic with a pew pew. It's his sister, not girlfriend. Roll is Rock's sister. Take care, everyone. Dude, thank you so much again, Vic, for the super chat, man. Thank you so much, dude. I hope you come back. Hey, I do really, I do some earlier streams. Typically, I try to be on around 8:30. So, Vic, tomorrow morning, check around maybe like 10:30 your time. 10:30 p.m. and I should be on a little earlier. I'll keep that in mind, man. You know what? It's so cool that I have such awesome viewers, you know, just around the world. So I will try to get on earlier. What time is it here? Right now it is, let me see here, 11:41 a.m. About a 12-hour difference from me to Singapore. Singapore Manitoon. Yeah, that's right. Yep. You are 2 hours behind us. I've been to Vegas. I thought Vegas was fun, but just way too expensive. I think you're cool. I will subscribe. Well, I think you're cool. Thanks for subscribing. Said don't worry about a thing, 'cause Fick's gonna come back and watch the next stream. Hey, thanks so much again, Fick. Have a good one, dude. Okay, you're in the States. I was confused. All the night talk. That's understandable. Mm-hmm. Lucas, you being silly. Okay, he wants me to turn Blippi on the TV in the playroom. Hold on just a minute. Mega Man enemies remind me of what would happen if toys became evil. That's funny. I'll be right back. Hang tight, everybody. Come here. My name is Lucas. My name is Lucas. I am the pooper. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Dude. My name is Lucas. My name is Daddy. My name is Lucas. So, for those who don't know and haven't been around maybe that long, but those who do know, I always did my stupid little song with Lucas where I would go, "My name is Lucas," and he used to bounce about it, and now he sings back and he says, "My name is Daddy," and it's just funny. He's so smart. Blows me away some days at what he knows. Oh, you know, Quincy, I think people just maybe ask it innocently, you know, and the fact that he, you know, hasn't been a turd about it. You know, Samus, we appreciate you being respectful about, you know, like me not, you know, wanting to give personal details or whatever, and that just shows that he's a good viewer. So I don't mind if someone asks it, but it's if they argue back, you know, and question my reasons as to why I may not want to give personal information, then that's, you know, that's when, you know, that's when it becomes an issue. More Mega Man games should have done these advanced stages with the previous games, bosses. Babies kind of suck, but toddlers are... Oh, I love babies, but yeah, babies are easier than toddlers. Good morning, John, who knows. Welcome in, man. How are you? Oh, what? I could have sworn I probably could have taken another hit. Man, that was bullshit. Well, then go get it. Also, for those who are new here, I have to get up a lot. Use hammer fist? If I knew you better, I'd make a your mom joke. I used that on your mom last night. No, I'm just kidding. Just being silly. Welcome, welcome. Fuck, man. Quickman is such a dick in this game. God dang. Let's see here. Use the D-Rap. I have a son? Yes, I do. The potential your mama joke. Yeah. Jody, I almost couldn't resist. I've beaten Morrowind. That game's really good. Getting through the magical wall. The magical wall of magic. And defeating Dagoth Ur. Yes. I have beat Morrowind. Running around for 2 weeks at a time trying to find one fucking dungeon entrance. PT. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, the music in this game is so good. Hey, thank you so much, Phil Kovacs.
Hammerfist is for the name of Glenn's booty plug. Ha ha ha. It's like looking down a well when Glenn bends over. Simon finishes.
You're fucked up. And you're hilarious. My friends like to say borderline obscene things with the chat bot when they donate, or make it do all kinds of weird sounds, and it's hilarious. I'm here for it all. I can't take much more damage. Who do you guys use against the Freeze Man bot, Flash Man bot? Thank you, Phil.
Hello. You boys like Mexico? Yeah!
Mega Man does have great music. Rush Marine was pretty useless in this game. Hold on just a second on your fun fact. If you enter A6 blue in the password at the start of the game, you start off with 9 E-tanks. Interesting, that's really neat. Good to know. So if you just enter A6 blue, that's it. A6, interesting. That was a good fun fact. Yo, what? Never seen that before. Well, now you have. Did you say meow? Do I look like a saucer? Do I look like a do I look all nimbly bimbly like a drink from a saucer? Thank you again, Phil. Welcome in, Emmanuel. Oh well, got plenty of lives. Too short on that job. Whoops. Just a bit outside. Good one. Okay, how about fuck this scene? Womp womp. Womp womp is right. Here we go. Make the rush jet last a lot longer by jumping as you're using it. Rush jet is so busted in this game, and I'm here for all of it. It's so great. Leaf Shield looks like shit in this game. I don't understand how they designed it so perfect on Mega Man 2, but I guess it was a different team that worked on this game. Maybe they didn't know how to do things like the last team did. I thought I could barely jump, do little hops, and be out of the way of those. Oh well, I guess I gotta do that manually now. What am I drinking? Coffee. He says, boo. I deserve the boo. It's okay. Built character. There we go. Ah, come on. There we go. Yeah. All right, sweet. There we go. Not bad. I made it out of there with an E-tank too. I'm happy with that. Still with the laughy faces. He says, "You got this, thank you." Still got plenty of lives. This game hands out E-tanks now like crazy. Shit. Don't need that. Thanks again for joining. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're all doing well. Let's get that E-tank. We don't necessarily need any of the other stuff, but might as well grab it. You could always, it's always good to make sure you have a full rush jet. You never know when you're going to need it. Can you please become a moderator? No. Why do you need any sort of power on my channel when you're brand new? Are you a kid? There we go. The last thing I need is someone, you understand like how much that would suck for the people who've been here first off, that someone brand new gets to come in and think they can start telling people what to do. That is the worst way to treat your community, and any streamer who is worth a damn is not going to make someone brand new a moderator. Sorry, no. Next question. Do I like Nintendo? No, why am I asking? Because your line of questions asking who I am, kind of the way you type your questions out and asking to be a moderator, it's kind of typically things that are indicative of what like a kid will do. You weren't kidding. Now that you've been called out, you're saying you're kidding. I'm sorry, that is what people do. And not necessarily called out in a bad way, but you know, now that you know I answered you seriously, that's a deflection. It's okay. You don't gotta lie to kick it, man. Ooh. Here we go. See, they load you up. I'm gonna bet that you are a kid and you just don't want to say that you are, because most kids lie about being a kid. I typically ban anyone under 18. I'm just being real honest. Just because I'm a dad of 5. And I would not want my kids watching someone my age, you know, unless they were a kid content creator like Miss Rachel. Like Miss Rachel's my age, you know, but that's different. I'm saying that someone tried that before. Fuck yeah. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Yes, I've been streaming for almost 8 years now. I've been streaming full time for almost 6 years. The only way I will bring someone on as a moderator is if they've been here for a long time and the community likes them, and I know that they're not going to try to sit there and boss the community around, because even I don't do that. You know, it's a moderator job is taken very lightly by a lot of people, and I don't take it very lightly. I think it's a very serious, you know, you're giving someone, you know, the ability to delete comments, ban people, you know. I mean, but I don't know that. I don't know you from Adam. You're brand new. How would I know that? You're just a name on the internet. You know who also promised that they wouldn't, you know, you said you wouldn't slither your way into this and cause chaos. You know who also lied? A snake. A serpent was the first liar, you know? So, the first word... Yep. Been here 35 seconds. It would be great to be a moderator. You shut up. By saying tried this before, you're acknowledging someone's just, yeah, I mean, anyway, no. For me, a moderator's also, it's got to be someone who the community likes, someone who's here all the time. Or at least a good 70% of the time, you know? Can I be a moderator is typically a question that a kid will ask. No offense, it just is. You know? Like, just within joining the stream in a short amount of time, I've had more kids asked to be and also too, like on Facebook you get an older audience, but on YouTube you do tend to get a lot of younger people joining the stream, and I've never had such a lengthy ban list. And it's nothing personal, man. It's dangerous, you know. I just don't fraternize with anyone under 18. It's just dangerous, you know. I don't have time to fuck with that shit. I'm You know, I have a dad, and I'm a dad of a 10-year-old, almost 11-year-old, and you know, an 8-year-old and a couple toddlers. You don't ask to be a moderator, they ask you on one knee. Well, no, I don't even ask anybody to be a moderator. Anybody who is a moderator on my channel is someone who's been around for a long time, or someone who I see is in here, like, kind of doing the thing without asking to do the thing. Like, they just start naturally, like welcoming people, reminding people to like and share, maybe remembering things for me, like, I don't know. Like, I've just been doing this a long time, and I just, when I notice someone doing certain things and they're doing them on a regular basis, I will just typically, after a while of them doing it, I will say, hey, I notice you're here all the time, and you're doing these things anyway. Would you like to act as a moderator for the channel? But I have very few moderators. I've learned in my 8 years that there's only very few spaces that I need moderators, and mainly it's Discord. Discord, I have a good amount of moderators. I don't have a huge Discord. I mean, it's like 400 people. It's not a gigantic Discord by any means. You think I should relax? I swear on, well, that's not cool. I'm not saying you're not peaceful, but the fact that you're getting like you are, that comment was a little, yeah, right there. Right there is, that shit right there that you just did. You're definitely a kid. Don't take the Lord's name in vain. There we go. ADD's Discord is thick. It's good size. A small streamer comment is taking shots. I wouldn't like that, right? What's up, Chris? I'm gonna moderate you, bro. Telling me to calm down. Fuck off. I'm not even not calm. You want me to be not calm? Cool. You can join the ban list if you want to, if you're gonna tell me to calm down. I'm just simply talking about what, honestly, if you do want to be a moderator for a channel, you should have been like hanging on every word I said rather than trying to shush me because you don't like that I'm talking about something that, of a subject that you started. I was, my community see me riled up, and I'm not scary or anything by any means, but you can just tell when I'm riled up, and I'm not. I don't care about being the toughest guy in the room or the smartest guy in the room. But what I do care about is keeping a fun environment. Kind of, Phil. Punk sticks. There we go. What's up, Fred? How you doing, man? Welcome in. Hey there, JK. Yep, and no one's gonna silence me either on what I can't talk about, especially if they're new. Like, I already know what I can and can't talk about, and I stay away from those subjects. The first part of becoming a moderator is just letting it happen. I was one on another channel. It's a lot of work. Exactly. You know, one thing I used to do is I used to take my best viewers and my people who were here like a lot, and I used to ask people to be moderators all the time. And then after a few years of that, I realized that I was taking, you know, like my best people, and then all of a sudden, like my best viewers, and then all of a sudden this became something that was no longer something that they were here because they wanted to be here. It started to become like a, you know, like they felt like they had to be here, and I don't want that for anyone, you know. So I don't really make people moderators anymore. Like I said, I just wait until I see them doing the things that I would want a moderator to do, and then I would say, hey, you know, I notice you're here already a certain amount of time. Would you like to do this? If not, no big deal. I will say, if you don't show up after a while, I will consider you not being a moderator anymore. And that's no big deal either. You know, there's no obligation here. There's no nothing, you know. The only thing I like my moderators to do is just, you know, the people here are on another level. You're awesome, Emmanuel. Thank you. There's a chat up in the top right next to me, Emmanuel, and this is all the YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch comments, by the way. So that's what you're seeing right here. I'm pointing to nothing like out here, but on screen, pointing to here. So yeah, and also too, Emmanuel, you seem like a cool person here. If you want to join the conversation on other platforms, just check out my website. It's oldguyadd.com. But yeah, you don't want to take your best people who watch your stream regularly, who watch it for entertainment and relaxation, and make it into something that they have to be here for, you know? Like, I've just noticed after a while, the best thing to do is just to, you know, wait. But I think this is a good conversation. I'm not sure why Mr. Samus, whatever the hell his name is, got all frustrated. I think I'm talking very calmly about it. I'm explaining what I like, what I don't like, what I look for, you know, and honestly, what I look for in a moderator is what probably a lot of streamers do and how they run their streams as well. And maybe, you know, if he would have maybe listened, he might have learned a few things about how to achieve being a moderator eventually in a stream. You know, I don't know, just a thought. Sorry I fell asleep. Don't be sorry about that. You have good reason, said Chris Knapp. Appreciate you, buddy. Maybe he's lonely and needs friends, but don't force it. Let it come naturally to the stream. Right. Exactly. First part of becoming a mod is to let it happen. Yeah, it is a lot of work, but when I try to make it not a lot of work for the people who are moderators here. Brand new user asking to be a moderator is a red flag, in my opinion. I agree with that too. Dinky Doodles. I like Dinky Doodles, but I like Donkey Diddles. Donkey Deedles. I don't know what I'm saying. Someone just came in talking some gibberish, so I thought I'd talk some gibberish back, and I'm like, wait a minute. No. Making up words is stupid. Are you Gen Z? Now, welcome in. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Welcome in. You weren't frustrated? Will you put in the name of Jesus, can we please quit talking about this? And you were, you know, yeah, you definitely were. I mean, Chris Frederick, am I wrong to believe that Samus's comment was full of frustration? That the one that I deleted, where he said, I swear on Jesus' name, I'm peaceful and you folks should just relax. That is a comment rooted in frustration. Thanks for being a good sport. You're welcome, Mike. Hold on, everybody. Do you have a big poop? We're gonna change your big poop really quick. Say, hang on, everybody. Hey. You're not in trouble. Hey, you're not in trouble. Not in trouble. You laughed because I made you play with the pots and the pans. You can't play with pots and pans. You are so sensitive. Hey, stop, dirty. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, you can't play with poop. That's poo-poo. Are you tired, boy? Are you a tired boy? I think you're tired. Are you tired? Fish. Hey, swim in the water. Two little blue fish. Swim. Three little blue fish. Swim in the water. Ba, 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 ba. That is a blue car, you're right. That's a four-wheeler. I do. You ready for another sippy cup? You bottle monster? I think you're ready for a nap already. Did you make a big poop too? Good Lord. That's a huge poop. That's too big of a poop for a little guy. How do you make that much doo-doo? Oh, it's just one little guy. Make that much doo-doo. 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 Do. A do. Do-do. Do-do. No one is talking shit about you, Samus. No one has been talking shit about you. Okay, so seriously, you're about to get banned, Samus, because I know that first off you're lying about being a kid. I know that you're not. Just by the way you're acting, no one was talking shit about you. Samus, I have to say, you aren't reading the room, and you're showing your emotional intelligence by your explanation now. You are out of hand. Exactly. Wow. I might have sounded frustrated, but I didn't feel frustrated at all. I was trying to say that I am not trying to do something stupid on your live stream. I know that. I understood what you were saying. But I also have the right to explain what I do and do not want in a moderator. You honestly should be, you know, kind of happy that you sparked such a good subject. I think it gave me something to talk about for 5 or 10 minutes. So no one was talking shit about you. I didn't say anything bad about you. I was talking about what I looked for in a moderator or not. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do me this favor now, because I can tell that you're just going to be trouble. I'm sorry, Samus. Bye-bye. All right. Let's see here. Let's do a run of Battletoads. Chris, you handled that well, man. Yeah, no one was talking smack, man. Maybe Phil might have been joking around a little bit, but you know, you'll eventually, you know, that's just Phil. You're funny, Patrick. I see Tata Wheeler became a subscriber here recently. Thank you for being subscribed for 3 months, Tata Wheeler. How are you? I'm sorry, he left already. That sucks. But either way, really appreciate him being here. I mean, even I could be sensitive sometimes, you know, it might not be a very good day for him, but at the same time, I can tell that he is not being truthful about being a kid. You asked me if you were being too hard. Not at all. He's backtracking on his comment. Mistakes were made. You overreached and realized it after the fact. Not a whole lot of yeah, honestly, I didn't have any problem, you know, until anyway. Yeah, you know, you're right. There we go. How long have we been live? Hour and 41 minutes already. Good lord. Oh, no. Oh, well, I can get you. Here we go. We all can get that way. He was trying to get to you. Right, exactly. You're not wrong, Kristen, right? How are you? Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't think either of us overreacted. I thought, you know, I was just you know, he brought up a subject, you know, as to why who I choose and don't choose as a moderator, man. I thought it was a good subject. Maybe it was my comment with his name being maybe, who knows. But you know, honestly, it's the internet too. You can't put a comment on the internet and expect no one to say anything. And unfortunately, like, the internet is not 100%, you know, I don't know, man. Honestly, like, it just is what it is. I mean, I open myself up for ridicule every day by being on here. I get ridiculed every day by someone. So, you know, it just is what it is. You block and you move on. You fucking douchebag. That was stupid. Man, no, that was stupid. Exactly, that too. Kristen. That was dumb. I almost had a free man out of that. I wonder if you ever run out of continues in this game. I forget. I think you do. There we go. Fuck, man. Just a second on that comment. Here we go. All right. You learn about a person's true colors on the internet. They don't have to face you, and they feel like they can say what they want without any consequence. That's so true. Oh, man. No. No melatonin. My kids have a good sleep schedule. You're funny, though. Here we go. You know what was something that I ate a lot as a kid that my mom would make, probably because she was tired and wanted to make something quick but something filling, is we would put lunch meat covered in barbecue sauce just in the microwave. Just, you know, standard, you know, out of your Hillshire Farms container, turkey lunch meat and just put barbecue sauce on it. And I'm probably going to do that for the kids today when they get off of school. You know, another thing that I love doing is I love keeping just a loaf or two of like French bread or Italian bread like in the freezer. Like we will go to Walmart, and if I see the bread on sale, I'll get the bread on sale and I will freeze it. I will put it in the freezer, and then we'll pull it out of the freezer like a couple months later and put it in the oven for like 15 minutes at 350 degrees, and it tastes like a fresh loaf of bread. But I love just keeping an extra loaf of bread in the fridge for when we need it. Or freezer. You could freeze bread up to like 6 months. That's the beauty and tragedy about this generation. Grew up, hell yeah, let's see, hell, we grew up with AOL lying about our age by 2 years, even as a kid, right? This, yeah, it's crazy. We would fry bologna on top of the stove and put it in a corn tortilla. That's awesome. Oh no. You know, we didn't have tortillas a whole lot as a kid. Like I integrate tortillas in a little, we use tortillas a lot around here. Like I make peanut butter and jellies and peanut butter and honey on tortillas for the kids. Sandwiches all the time on tortillas for the kids. But as a kid, we didn't have tortillas very much. But they weren't like, tortillas just weren't something I think people just bought as regularly around here in the Midwest as they do now. But Chris, I agree. Then drink from the hose, right? That's so true. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to use the stove, so that's one of the, damn it, not for a while. That's one of the first things I made when I was younger was, motherfucker. Oh yeah. We used to drink from the hose all the time because I would play out at my buddy's house, and we would play in his backyard all day. Like we just weren't allowed to go inside sometimes. Fuck, man. But oftentimes wouldn't even want to, because I knew that if I went home, I'd have to do some kind of chore. So we just stayed outside all day. We used to do roast beef lunch meat with gravy over toast. Yum. Yes, Home Alone. I could use the microwave until I was 13. Yeah. See, I was never home alone though. My family was very traditional in the fact that I had a stay-at-home mom. But most kids I knew in the 80s, you know, their parents were divorced and they were like a latchkey kid. They could do whatever they wanted. But yeah, I always had a, yeah, I liked that I, you know, had a mom at home all the time, but some people didn't. But it did make me a target because I couldn't, you know, I couldn't just go out and do what I wanted to do. You know, I couldn't go cause trouble with the rest of the kids in the neighborhood, so I was deemed the target. Making eggs, I remember I was about 10 years old when I made eggs for the first time. And my mom, I remember my mom was actually, I didn't impress my mom on the fact that I kind of understood how to cook an egg right away. And so making an egg was something, you know, that I didn't mind doing. I've taught Owen and Tabby how to make like simple stuff. Like, you know, we have hot water that comes from our coffee machine with the turn of a dial, kind of like out of a gas station. You get automatic hot water out of a little spout. So that's how our coffee machine is. And so we taught him how to make oatmeal out of there. And the way I taught him is just to, you know, put the oatmeal in a bowl, put the hot water in there, and cover it with a paper towel and let it sit there for a few minutes while you get ready for school. And then, you know, when you get done there, put a little milk in it. I like to put milk and butter in my oatmeal. I was one of 8. Both parents worked 2 jobs. Other kids watched the younger kids. Yep. Well, even, yeah. Tabby and Owen help us a lot by kind of helping keep an eye on the younger ones. My grandma lived with us, so we had someone to watch us all the time. That's nice. That was my fault. If, yeah. I like Corinne's parents. If one of our parents ever needed somewhere to live, you know, we'd just make room. Especially her dad. I mean, I like her mom too, but I really like, you know, her dad and I really get along well. He likes me because I'm not a dumbass. Shit! Dumbass! 1 of 8, man. Interesting. The old college trick: 2 eggs microwaved for 1 minute in a coffee cup on an English muffin and a piece of cheese, and you're out the door. Yeah, see, I never... Me and my buddy lived like college roommates, but yeah. My favorite quick snack was when I was like 26 or 27, when I didn't move out till I was 26, man. My family and I got along. You know, I never was in a serious relationship. I just stayed at home as long as I could. I lived at home as long as I could. But then I finally wanted to move out, you know, finally wanted to be able to, you know, not have to hide my, you know, my flower, basically. You know, living alone was nice. I lived in an apartment for 4 years and with a roommate, and he was awesome. Good roommate. He liked living with me because I didn't fuck with his stuff, because he always had roommates before who would break his stuff. Like, why would you break someone else's stuff? He's like, I don't know. But yeah, so like taking DVDs without asking and stuff like that. But one of my favorite snacks when I moved out, when I didn't know how to cook really, I didn't know how to brown meat till I was like 30. And now it seems like I know how to do all kinds of stuff, but I didn't know how to brown meat, man, you know? That was pretty useless for a while. But right, exactly, seriously. But let's see here. So favorite snack was a can of corn and a thing of Easy Mac, because I didn't know how to make mac and cheese. I always I remember, I think I was like 30 years old getting made fun of by a girlfriend because I didn't know how to make, because I would ask her to make mac and cheese for me because I didn't know how to make it. I never had to, you know, I was always, I don't know, outside working with my dad on something, and so we lived in a very traditional household to where I never had to do anything in the kitchen or wash a dish. But if there was concrete to be broken up, I was out there. You know, if there was sticks to be picked up or rotten apples to be picked up or grass to be mowed or, you know, stuff like that, I was made to get out there and do that, but I was not ever made to be in the kitchen doing anything. But luckily, I did years of dishwashing at restaurants. All my years of dishwashing at restaurants and serving tables and cleaning up after people prepped me for being a dad now. So I will say all that shit came in handy. And now at night, I feel like a server. Because at night, like the other night, Corinne gets home from work and I don't want her to have to do anything because she is exhausted because she works her ass off during the day. And so typically I will, Kristen says I didn't learn how to cook until I got married. Fair enough. Yeah. I think Corinne just started perfecting learning how to cook over the last few years too, learn how to cook and learn how to bake. But yeah, I was always made to do the hard labory shit with my dad, When my first love made me mac and cheese when I was 14, she was like 13. That's funny. Oh yeah. Anyway, so serving tables. So like Corinne will get home and I typically I'll feed everybody first and then I will eat. And my kids even asked me the other day, Dad, why do you always eat last? And I said, because I want to make sure everybody has enough food. I don't care. I'll make myself something else. So I will sit there and, make sure that Corinne is, got her plate and everybody's got their plates or whatever. Everybody has drinks and, especially if Corinne cooked, I'll take over after she cooked and I'll say, sit down, I'll serve you. But even, typically when I cook, I will find myself getting back into old habits. Is there anything anyone else needs? Like getting back into old serving habits. But, washing dishes, I think every 16-year-old should have to go wash dishes, for a living. I really do. Go wash some dishes, go fucking clean something disgusting, go clean a fry machine at McDonald's. Yeah, I don't know. It just builds character. Now I can cook like a mofo, but now I don't really have to do too much cooking anymore either. But I'm more of like a sandwich pro. Like I'm a leftovers whiz and a sandwich pro. I can, take shit from around the house and make a meal out of, put a meal together out of bullshit, basically. Oh. My dad had me and my brothers dig up a septic tank when we was teenagers. Nasty work. That kind of shit's good for you though, but yes. I can too. I can cook anything you want me to. That's awesome, Kristen. That's how Cortina is. She's like the... Oh man, last night she got home and I don't know who was online here last night, but she was like, I bought steak. I'm like, it's 10:30 at night. She's like, I wanted steak. I'm like, okay. She's like, do you want some? I'm like, fuck yeah. So she made us both steaks at so I think I had like an 8-ounce steak last night but she said I only spent $11 on it. She's like, it was a tri-tip steak. It was steak. It was cheap. So she knows how to find these, cheap, reasonable cuts of meat and then just make them taste amazing. It just tasted like butter. It was so good. Don't even need any sauce. The way she seasons them and salts them and butters it and bastes it the whole time. And then she always lets me cut the steaks open and says, okay, which one do you want? Because I like mine to be a little more on the pink side. So, check the cooks on these and take which one you want. Yeah, it was delicious. I was very full last night when I got on here. Oh, man. I think I'm going to try to land the plane in Top Gun, maybe beat the second level, but I know you guys know what's coming. Is it's about probably time for me to start getting out of here soon, and I like to go lay on the floor for a couple hours in the afternoon and maybe take a little cat nap, but at the same time let my kids crawl all over me. They like to, they like to use me as a jungle gym, and then whenever they start getting tired, Nathan starts getting tired, I put him in his crib with a bottle, and then I kind of fall asleep on the floor. It's just kind of become a routine in the afternoon of laying down, letting the kids crawl all over me, playing with the kiddos. Do you know why yawns are contagious? Someone said that it depending on where you are, you're taking so much oxygen, you can lower the air density in the room, and then it makes you crave oxygen, but also too, it's because typically you need oxygen. But there's also a lot of other reasons for it. Tell me what you're going to say. I want to hear your answer, Chris. Oh, I was so mouthy as a teenager too, Kristen. I'm surprised I didn't get smacked in the face more by my parents. My parents put up with a lot of bullshit from me. Adam Courtney, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I try my best. I heard it goes back to the cave days, and it was a sign to go to sleep collectively. Interesting. Interesting. Back up to 9 subscribers over on the purple. Ah, yeah. We have a septic tank here. It's amazing how our dad's just like, my dad was not afraid to like pull something apart and just start working on it. Crazy. But I think it was a lot easier to work on things back in the day. Less parts, less regulations. One thing my dad always never messed with, though, he always told me, don't ever mess with gas. Your mom still, now you laugh about it. That's good. That's good when you can, I actually messaged my mom for some parenting advice yesterday. Because my stepson Owen has been skipping meals. And it was because he's swearing up and down that it's not because he wants to play Switch. But every time it's because, he's playing Switch, and, so the other day I even gave him I was kind of testing him, and I said, I'm going to ground you for 4 days from your Switch. And he said, why? And I said, if you admit that you are lying about not being hungry, I will give you back your. If you admit that you're lying about not being hungry, and you actually are hungry, and you're trying not to, not to eat so you can play your Switch, then I will give you back your Switch. If you are not lying and you can last the whole 4 days, then I will believe you that you're not lying. And he stood firm, and he's like, no, I'm not lying. And so I'm like, fine, okay. And so then I messaged his dad. I was like, hey, you want to talk to him? I've already tried talking to him. I've already tried getting it out of him. He's standing firm. And so his dad finally got him to admit that, because him and his dad and I are friends. There's no reason to, hate the other person from the prior relationship because they once had a past with your significant other. So him and I talk, and we kind of team up on the dad thing. Later on, I even told Tabby, I'm like, down the road, you're going to have me on one side and your dad on the other, and we're both going to walk you down the aisle. Walk down the aisle by 2 dads. How it should be. Not their fault. Yes! Yeah, that's exactly how it, yep. I'm sure a lot of you guys would do the same. I used to fall asleep on my dad's belly when I was like 2, while he was drinking beer. Hey, nothing wrong with that. You know, he was there. Back in the day, you know. Oh man, my sister found my dad's brouhaha when she was like 5 or so years old and drank the rest of it and then fell down and cracked her head open. But you know, that was the 80s. You know, back in the 80s, you just go to the doctor and be like, yeah, this happened and that happened, and the doctor would just be like, oh well, don't leave that out anymore. You know, these kids nowadays it would be like, it'd be like, you're getting your kid taken away, you're a bad parent, blah blah. No, back in the 80s it was just like, you know, parents are learning as much as the kids are learning, you know. And sometimes you gotta learn, you know, I don't know, like, not to be an idiot by being an idiot, you know. Oh yeah, I used to ride along the lawnmower with my dad, and then I started mowing the lawn with my dad. And then he when we were mowing the lawn, he would ride. My nephews are 10 years younger than me, so they were always riding with my dad on the lawnmower. Yep. I actually wouldn't mind getting a riding mower so I could do that with my kids, because my boys are like the perfect age, but they'd all three be fighting over it. I know they would. Like Lucas and Eli are both like, I'll kneel, they'll both run up for a hug, and here soon I'm not going to have enough arms for all of my boys. Nathan's already getting jealous. Yeah, they'd all want to be on the lawnmower, right? Yeah, exactly. Back in the 80s is like they, you know, yeah, our teachers used to come up and say, don't come bother me unless you're dead, dying, or bleeding. Anybody's teacher ever said that to them? That was one of our teacher's rules back in the 80s, back in the 90s. Hey, Patrick Keller with 100 stars. Thank you so much. Remember the bubble lawnmower? Remember one? We have two of them. Thank you so much, Patrick. You're awesome, buddy. Patrick Keller getting on that star list for the week. Yeah, when school actually built character, right. Damn. He said, my pleasure, love the streams. Hell yeah, dude. Well, anyone would be lucky to have you as a viewer, Patrick. Thank you, buddy. I heard that from my teachers. Aw, mother effer, shit. I need to do a Game Genie code just for Infinity Lives in this game. Gosh darn it, they didn't even seem half that close. I've dodged ones that were closer to that, it seems. My son has a scar on his head to this day where his brother tripped him and he fell on a toy and truck and it just put a band-aid on it. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of scars like that actually. When I was younger, I got so mad at Mortal Kombat 2 when I was like, I think I was probably 14 and I palmed my hermit crab aquarium and I cut my wrist up and I still have a couple scars on my wrist and it was really stupid. Catholic school, our male 7th grade teacher made misbehaving kids stand in the back of the room and he would throw erasers at them as hard as he could. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's crazy. Kickball was the best. My math teacher called me the mantis because of how I caught the ball. That's awesome. Just a second, y'all. Right. I don't know what game B is. Gave me nothing but blue. The end of Nintendo's life, they kept coming out with these type of games. Is Type B just easier? I didn't like that. His name was Mr. E. Lawson. He went by Mr. E. He was actually savage and made us write sentences, if anyone knows what that means. Like on the board. I will not do this, 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 and that anymore. That kind of shit. Okay, here we go. Almost to 500 stars, y'all. Hundreds of the same sentences at home. Yes, I paid friends to do it, kind of like Bart. That's crazy. Wario's Woods, a game I absolutely have no clue what I'm doing. Game's pretty easy. Hey, Patrick Keller getting us to level 1. Alvin with 100 stars. Now, holy shit. Can we complete a star party? That would be knuckin' futz. Thank you so much, Alvin. Thank you so much, Patrick. I know you guys didn't mean to start a star party, but if the star party gets completed, I'll be absolutely ecstatic. If it doesn't get completed, you know what? It is what it is. I'm still lucky to have had a star party start. Oh. Thank you so much, Alvin. Thank you so much, Patrick. I've had to write standards because I got in trouble at school. My parents made me write standards a couple times too. That's crazy. My parents never made me write anything for getting in trouble. Patrick Keller with 240 stars. He said, hey dude, here's part of it. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Patrick. Yes. Oh no. Thank you so much, Patrick. That's so awesome of you, dude. Hey man, that is 8% of the star party you just completed right there, Patrick. That's badass.
Hey, I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Yes. Obviously, you went to a better school, Ditto. That's some MacGyver shit right there. I taped 3 pencils together and placed them so I could write 3 sentences at a time. That's crazy. How funny. I never had to do any shit like that. And honestly, I probably wouldn't have done it because I just would say fuck it, and I just didn't do the work that I was supposed to do a lot. I just didn't care about the consequences either. I didn't care about getting in trouble. I don't know. I just didn't care, I guess. I don't know. I just knew that ultimately nothing was going to happen. And I was basically right. Never tell my kids that though. Teachers had the chalk thing that made lines on the board. Yeah, yep, I remember that. I remember that. Now they don't even use chalk in schools anymore. They use dry erase boards. What's up, Captain BS? How you doing, man? Yes? You do? Okay, buddy. How you doing lately, Simmons? Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Yeah, there's no more chalkboards in school, basically, right? Isn't that crazy? Alright. This game doesn't really get any more challenging than this, to be honest with you. You know, it's okay. Hanging in there. Hope all is well. Taking it a day at a time. A day at a time? Did something happen? You okay? When I was a senior in high school in 1994, the one computer in the whole school had access to the internet. That's crazy. That's crazy. This is Super Spy Hunter, for those who don't know. Super Spy Hunter is way better than regular Spy Hunter. I'm gonna look at the frozen foods that we have here soon. This game takes a lot of concentration. Here we go. All is okay at the moment. Glad to be off to recharge. There you go. Try not to take my eyes off the game, really, because I'm recording this for future posting. I like to record snippets of gameplay and post them later. You guys remember, maybe it was a few weeks ago, oh no, I recorded a snippet of Mortal Kombat 1 of the pit. That video that I posted has 41,000 views. Most of them get like 1,000 views to like, 5,000 views, but that one that I posted has 41,000 and like 1,100 reacts. And so that, if I can get more and more of those I made like, I think I've made like $4 off the video or something like that, because it's like every 10,000 views I make $1, basically, is what it is. So if I can start getting some videos out there that make a lot of views, I can start really doing well off of just ad revenue. Oh no, crushed. No, I don't remember that. I never played that. Nigel's World? Nope, never played that. Yeah, isn't that crazy? I know that's not like a ton in the grand scheme of things. There's people out there who get, you know, millions of views, but for me, 41,000 views is a lot on a video. Just for taking some, you know, and usually those videos I get, you know, I usually get anywhere between 1,000 to 5,000 views, and you know, like anywhere between 50 to 500 reacts or whatever. Those videos usually do pretty well, but that one did exceptional, and I wish more of them could do that. If I could, you know, get, so we'll see. Thank you again for the congrats. Appreciate that. Damn. Netscape Navigator days. I haven't thought about that in forever. Oh yeah. Oh, I remember floppy disks. Damn. All right. I don't feel like trying anymore. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to end on TikTok first. Take it easy on TikTok. Take it easy on Twitch. Thank you for watching on YouTube, Chris and Ditto and Patrick and Captain BS, everybody. Take care. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll talk to you guys in probably a couple hours here. I should be back on by maybe 3 or 3:30 or so. We'll see. Who knows? I'm going to try to be back on by 3:30. So take it